We met during medical school 7 years ago. In our anatomy class, I was pretty much failing and he was pretty smart, so I just stuck to him and he helped me study a lot.
Mari and Vincent came to us through a very close customer referral. A large percentage of our business is through friends and family and the word they spread amongst the community that brings customers like them into our store. We try to facilitate as best as possible. We have our collection, an existing collection that we have. It's always changing. A lot of times they'll take what we have, but they'll want to do something different, something unique to it, right? That's where our expertise comes in hand. On the other side of things, they might not have any idea what they want. So from our experience, we ask them relevant questions. What does she like? Things like, simple things like, what kind of color gold does she like? Does she like things with diamonds? Does she like things with semi-precious stones? Simple questions, you know? And we just roll off of what we feel as though they're looking for.
So Mari actually was sending me little hints or strong suggestions for like about 2 years. And so they would change little by little based on how she was feeling at that point in time. But eventually, when I came to the point of actually deciding, okay, I'm going to do this, she picked out a really, I feel like a very interesting ring at that point in time. And so I showed it to Anant and he said that I can do this, let me do this.
So the way it starts is after we have agreed upon a certain design, we use computer-aided design. After we show them the design via CAD, if they need to make modifications, these are the times they can do these. After that, we print out a wax mold. They're happy with it, it looks great. We then turn it into an actual ring. At this, we call the casting phase. The casting phase, all it is that mold turned into a ring using actual metal. Contingent upon the diamonds we picked and they've chosen themselves, the ring is actually handmade, 100%. Our jeweler sits there for hours at a time, setting each individual stone, polishing that ring. These things don't take a day, they can take weeks. And then just setting them, making sure that everything is perfect the way it needs to be, and as the customer imagined.
One of the reasons that I really like Mari is the fact that since the beginning, I always felt like she made us as part of a team or a family. So she was always about keeping me grounded, having a work-life balance, making me enjoy life, making me have friends. But at the same time, as a team, she always cares about not just my success, but our success in general. She's always looking out for where we're going to be in 1, 5, 10 years as a family. That's one of the things I love about her.
We were going to Spain for a holiday. We had a week-long trip and there was only one day where he decided that he wanted to go to this random park in the middle of nowhere that had a labyrinth. Because as a child, he liked to go to these like fall labyrinths and he wanted to see this one in Barcelona. So we go to this park, it's super hot outside and he's making me walk in heels because then after we have reservations for this one dinner that he planned. So I had to look pretty for this labyrinth in the middle of nowhere and it's very hot. And we walk up a bazillion stairs and there are roses and balloons on a bridge. And we get there and Vince is a man of little words, which you wouldn't know by this interview, but he just goes on one knee, gets the ring out of the pocket and says, "Will you marry me?" Because that's all the words he needed. And that was it. And honestly, the first thing I thought was like, whoa, that's a big diamond. The second thing I thought was like, oh my God, that's exactly the ring I wanted. And then I was like, oh, I have to say yes.